Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Genres Make-Along, where we are working on our Storyteller Wrap, which is the knit wrap as part of the Make-Along. We have completed many sections at this point. We have finished all of our colorwork stripes, our garter stitch stripe, and our wrapped stitches section here. And now we are moving on to the really fun colorwork band that makes up a large part of the bottom of the wrap. This band kind of represents the climax of a story. It's when all of the characters, all of the colors come together before the resolution. And so we're going to be using all of our contrast colors for this section. The first two rows are exactly the same as the first two rows of our colorwork stripes and as our garter stitch row here. So I'm not going to be demonstrating the first two rows. You're simply working two garter stitch rows. And then we will be diving into very, very similar stitches as our colorwork stripes. So we'll go over those the next two rows after I finish these first two using my contrast color 2. So I'll meet you at the end of these two rows. Okay, now that we have our first two rows completed in contrast color 2, I've gone ahead and cut that. We will be cutting our yarn at the end of every other row as we change colors in this section. So we've completed those first two rows. Now we're going to work on the next two rows with contrast color 3. And again, these two rows are going to be exactly the same as the second two rows of our colorwork stripes, where we are slipping and knitting. So I'll just start this row off with all of you, and then I will let you go on to finish this row and the next one, and we'll meet at the end of those next two rows so we can go over the 5th and 6th row of our band together. So we start off with our knit 3 to the marker, slip the marker, make one left, and then we dive right into our repeat. So just to give you this little refresher, we're going to knit one and then slip one with yarn and back. And we're doing that all the way to the next marker. Of course, there where we do our increase. You should be very familiar with this instructions for this row since it's the same as all of our colorwork stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this row and the next one, the wrong side row, using contrast color 3, and I will meet you at the beginning of the 5th row of our colorwork band. Okay, we've done our next two rows of our colorwork band, and now we're ready to add in another color, contrast color 4. Now, all we're going to essentially be doing throughout the rest of the band is building upon these previous two rows. We're going to continue to repeat those previous two rows over and over, changing our color every 2 rows, and it's going to, because our stitch count changes with each row, it's going to alternate where these little bobbles happen, these purl stitches. So on our colorwork stripes here, you can see that you can only see the one color popping through, but you can already start to see, because we are continuing to work those slip stitch rows over and over again, you're going to start to see these little bobbles alternate. So let's start this row together. All we need to do is join our next color. All right. So it's, again, just a repeat of the previous 2 rows over and over again. So we're going to do a knit to the marker, slip, make one left, and we just dive right into our repeat. It's going to be the same as the previous 2 rows. So knit one, slip one. And now it's going to be also easy to tell which stitches you knit and slip on this row, because you're always going to knit into the stitch that was slipped in the previous 2 rows. So you see how this stitch doesn't have a foundation because it's been slipped for 2 rows. So we are going to knit that one and then slip the next stitch. So you're slipping the stitch that has the purl bump right at the base of it. Knit and slip, and you are just going to continue this all the way down to the center spine stitch. So go to the next marker and do your increase, Again, this is just the same. This row and the following row are exactly the same as the previous 2 rows. So I'm not going to demonstrate all of the increases and everything because you should be familiar with it by now, but I just wanted to work a little bit down this row to show you how now we're slipping this contrast color 2 up to cover up those little in between these purl bumps of contrast color 3. So everything's going to start to alternate, and we're going to build upon this band. You're going to continue working all of these rows, and I will meet you at the end of the color work band. Okay, so we have finished our beautiful color work band. I went ahead and worked the final 2 rows and actually the next 2 rows of the wrapped stitches section, so I could give you a small refresher on that section as well. As you can see, those last 2 rows were worked in contrast color 2 the same way that the first 2 ones were, so it flanks that section really beautifully with those garter stitch rows. Now we're going to be working on our next wrap stitches section, which is worked exactly the same as the first one, so the instructions are identical. So I'm not going to do a full video for that. You are welcome to revisit the video that was previously done for that section to give yourself a little bit of a refresh. Then we're going to work one more garter stitch row here with our contrast color 1 and then a final stockinette section. So again, I'm not going to do videos for any of those because they've already been filmed. However, please do visit them if you need a refresh, like I said. Let's work the little beginning of this next wrapped stitches section row. So I've gone ahead and worked the first 2 rows, which are simple stockinette rows like we've been doing in all the rest of these sections. And the next 2 rows are where we are going to actually be working the wrapped stitches. So I just wanted to give you a quick refresh before we say goodbye until our finishing video. So as always, you're going to knit those first 3 stitches to the marker, slip the marker, do your increase, and then we are diving right into the repeat for this row, which is the wrap stitches. So it starts, remember, it starts with a yarn over, and then you knit 1, knit 2 together, knit 1, and now the wrapping begins. So we bring our yarn forward and slip those 3 stitches back to the left needle, bring our yarn back, slip them back, yarn forward again, slip them back to the left needle, yarn back, and slip them back to the right needle one more time. So that's our wrapped stitches. And remember, the reason I wanted to do this little beginning with you is to remind you that the increase at the beginning and the end of this row is still going to be a make 1 left or right. The repeat on this side of the row starts with a yarn over. So when you get to the middle section here, when you reach your next marker, we've got so many stitches on our needles now as we're nearing the end of the wrap. When you get here, you should end with those 4 stitches that are part of the wrap. So you're going to have a yarn over right here and then end with these 4 stitches that are wrapped. These get knit 2 together in the center. So it's actually 3 stitches that you're slipping, but that section is made up of 4 stitches in the previous row. Then instead of doing a make 1 right and left on either side of this center spine stitch, you're going to use yarn overs because we want to mimic the look of the wrapped stitches. So we can see on the previous row here, those yarn overs as our increases there mimic these yarn overs that were done in between all of those wrapped bundles. So it's a really beautiful transition from one side to the other. So we're going to be doing the same thing on this row, and then just know that this side of the row will be worked with the opposite repeat, okay? So we want it to be a mirror image. So when you get to the very end of this row, down here, you do want to work 1 more yarn over because you will end with these 4 stitches and then the yarn over, because the repeat on that second half of the row is the wrapped stitches followed by the yarn over. After that yarn over though, make sure to do your final increase, your make 1 right here, because that is actually the increase of the row. That yarn over is simply making up for these 2 stitches being knit 2 together. So it's just compensating for the decreased stitch here. That yarn over is replacing that decreased stitch. So your stitch count will only increase total by 4 stitches at the end of this row, but make sure to finish off with that make one right before you slip that marker and knit your last 3 stitches. So I am going to finish off this section, go ahead and work my next garter stripe and my final stockinette section. So this will be the mirror image on the other side of this beautiful little color work band. And in the final video, we will be going over whether or not you want to add tassels or fringe to your wrap. You get to choose how the story ends. And I'll also be going over how I weave in my ends in that video. So enjoy the rest of the wrap. Again, as always, please don't forget to tag me and share all of your beautiful whips on social media. And I hope you enjoy the rest of these sections. I'll see you when we are ready to finish our wrap.